Bangkok, Tom Pryor here again with 23kgold.com. Thanks for joining me again, and today we're going to be shouting out to our customers, and I want to thank you for joining me. If you're a new viewer of 23kgold.com, the YouTube video version, hang in there. I want to tell you all about what we do. This is a cafe. This is a new addition to my office staff. As you guys probably know, we take care of a lot of animals here. We have a shelter, and this is what we do. So, but this particular cat is really special to me because she's the only one that I'm taking care of personally at my office. She's got an illness that is pretty bad. It's FIV, and she was in an accident, and she lost one of her eyes, and she cannot hear. She's deaf. But when I found her, she was very lethargic, and she just looked like she was in a cage. She looked like she was just waiting to die. And but we gave her a lot of attention, a lot of trips to the vet, and a lot of good food, high nutrition food, and an ample amount of love, I would say. And this cat has done a complete turnaround. And of course, she's with me all the time because I am at the office most of the time, and so she's getting a lot of personal attention, and it's one of those success stories that I really look forward to. So, yeah, that's what we do, and you know, our customers have a great hand in the good work that we do here because they're the ones that purchase our jewelry and therefore support our efforts to care for the animals. We care for cats and dogs. So if you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you and thank you for taking your time to look at what we're doing. We have been involved in the Thai gold market here in Thailand for about 15 years. And we have a registered Thai company, and we sell 96.5% and 99% gold primarily to the United States. Now, our jewelry is quite different than the jewelry that you would find in gold shops or jewelry stores in the United States. And actually, it's quite unique as far as what you would find in a gold shop in, say, Chinatown here in Bangkok. One of the reasons is that we do not mass produce the jewelry. We have a customer, we have a request, and we have one goldsmith to make the piece for them. So it's an individual item that's being made for an individual customer. So obviously the workmanship is going to be much better if that's the way that you purchase it. So the second thing is that we specialize in rare designs, and when I say rare, I mean designs that you might have seen in Thailand 30 years ago. Well, they're no longer made because the labor intensity back then was acceptable, and they worked and made these beautiful design chains. But today, when you go into a gold shop, you see kind of like the same design, just in different sizes. It's really not that special if you're used to the Thai gold. Of course, if you're not used to it, it just blows your mind when you walk in because it's just a field of yellow gold. But when you start looking at the designs, you know, they're all pretty much the same. So what I've been able to do is find goldsmiths who can bring us back to the day of making the bar link aviator style chain. And it took me a long time to do that. Actually, it took me about 3 or 4 years before I could find somebody that could make what we wanted. A third thing that I wanted to mention is that we guarantee the purity of all of the gold that we sell, and we can even provide a gold assay and certificate from one of the leading precious metal testing labs in the world, which is the Gemological Institute of America or the Gemological Institute of Thailand. They're both world-class, and that way you'll have a certificate. There is a fee involved in that, but I think it's about $55 now. It's not that much. So it's not necessary to have that. You can get the piece insured without it. In fact, I think it's probably better to just bring it to a jewelry store that has an appraisal, because you will be surprised at what they will appraise this jewelry for. It comes in much higher than the price that you will pay. The other thing I wanted to mention is not only is our price the best you will find, we also pay for all U.S. Customs duty. So there's no surprises in the cost, there's no additional add-on fees once you receive the jewelry. And that was a decision that we made last year when they ended the GSP, which was an agreement that the United States had with Thailand to not charge duty on gold being imported into the U.S. The Trump administration ended that. They actually revoked it, and then all jewelry was taxed at the rate of 5.7%. So we pay for that, so there are no unexpected charges. And last but not least, all of the profit that is generated from our sales on 23kgold.com goes to support the Bangkok Cat Rescue and our animal shelter here that we've operated since 2013. And so hats off to all of our customers who take a significant role in allowing us to provide the health and health care for the animals that's greatly needed here in Thailand. Right now we have about 100 animals that we take care of, and it's greatly appreciated. So this is an opportunity where you can actually plan ahead and know that the price of gold is probably going to be going up. I mean, that's the general consensus in the United States. With the economic conditions as they are, you can expect commodities to go up, and gold is top of the list. So you really have to prepare for the worst. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. And one way of preparing is to have some gold to offset any losses you might have elsewhere. So I want to thank you for watching today. Please subscribe and like this if you enjoy the content. And right now I want to show you some of the jewelry that our customers have purchased in the last 30 days. I'm really excited to introduce you to the first Cuban style, Miami Cuban style link chain that we've ever made. And this one is a mega chain, 14 baht, 25 inch. Link diameter is about 8.1 millimeter. And Rick ordered this from Oakland, California, and I'm really hoping that he loves it. It's really massive, and it's just so dense. It's solid core, so every link is solid. It's not puff gold, which is hollow. It's a solid core chain. And took quite a while to make this, and but it really came out beautifully. Take a look at how it falls. Of course, it has a massive clasp. Very straight. That's what you're looking for in any chain, is how uniform the links are and how straight it falls. So it's very flexible. It lays very nice on the chest, and now you know that we're able to make this particular link style. Thanks again, Rick. Look at these two beauties, both 4 baht. 4 baht weights. Now, a long one goes out to Jim in Mesa, Arizona, and he's a first-time customer, and so I want to thank you very much for purchasing this beautiful chain. It came out beautifully. The shorter one is Ron, an old-time customer of ours from Spokane, Washington, I believe, and Ron purchased the 22-inch aviator bar link style chain. It's a classic design, and it is our best seller. So both chains are the same weight, and you can see that one is 22-inch, one is 25-inch. The 22-inch chain is 3.9 millimeter link diameter, and Jim's chain, which is 25-inch, is 3.7 millimeter. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate your purchase. A shout out to Rob in San Francisco for purchasing this 24-inch, 1.5 baht barrel link chain. And it's a beauty, and I think that once Rob takes a look at this, he'll be coming back for more. It's a great looking chain in the 1.5 baht all the way up to 10 baht, but this is really an understated, beautiful look. And the links on it are really almost invisible as far as the connection, and that's what I like most about it. It's one of my favorite link styles. So you can purchase this for 1.5 baht, which is, you know, if you have a budget that needs consideration, then this is really a very beautiful chain to go with. And the link size on this is 2.7 millimeter. Thanks, Rob. I look forward to getting this to you. A shout out to Alonzo in Florida for purchasing this 18-inch double X diamond cut bar link aviator style chain. When you talk about a 1 baht chain being this beautiful with the double X finishing on it, and you know, it's in a nice length because of the diamond cutting. It really stands out a lot when you're wearing any type of a shirt, if you want to show it off, or, you know, have people ooh and ah over it, because they will. I mean, you'll be shocked at how many people notice a Thai Baht chain, and I think it's specifically due to the color. The color is a natural gold, and it just pops. It just really just shines, and so much, and people just really respond to that. So this was a particularly good buy for Alonzo because this chain came out beautifully. So thank you, Alonzo, for this purchase. It was a really smart order, and thank you so much for talking with me on the phone, and maybe in the future you'll be back purchasing another chain of a different design, different length, different weight, but you're going to be very happy with this one. Thanks again. Shout out to Lindsay in Miami Beach, Florida for this purchase of a beautiful bar link, highly polished 20-inch bar link aviator style chain, and it's a gorgeous piece. So this is one that you can hang on to for the rest of your life, and it's going to always look just as nice as in 30 years from now as the day that you bought it, which is today. And thank you so much for your purchase. Now the distinctive difference between this chain and the ones that I've been showing you is that this one is the first bar link chain that we've sold to a customer in 99.99% gold. So this is true 24 karat gold, and you notice it in the density. It really does feel a little bit more dense and a little bit more silky than the 96.5%, but it's durable. The link connectors in it are solid, 99.99% gold, so it's quite strong, and it's going to make it's a great chain. So if you want information about 99.99, I have a number of chains that are on the website right now at 23kgold.com. Please check them out because you're going to be very impressed with them. And this particular one, the link diameter on it is 3 millimeter. So with a 99.99% gold, the link diameter of the chain links will be slightly, and I mean maybe 0.2 millimeter smaller than the 96.5 because of the density of the pure gold. But what do you think? It's gorgeous. It came out so beautifully, and I'll be placing an order for inventory on this chain and others this week, while the price of gold is still on the low side. It hasn't exploded yet, folks, but in the future, I'm thinking that we're going to see much higher gold prices. So this is definitely the time to consider a chain if you've ever thought of owning a chain in the past. And now you have the option with me to go 99.99% or 96.5%. I want to do a shout out to Dave, one of our best customers from Indiana, Evansville, I believe. And Dave goes back a few years and he purchases the 23K, 96.5% gold most of the time. But this time, he switched gears. He went with 99.99%, this beautiful anchor, 25-inch, and it's a beauty. And the link diameter on this is 4.6 millimeter. The bracelet that I'm wearing also is Kevin's bracelet, and Kevin is a very frequent customer of ours, and you know, if it wasn't for the old customers, the repeat customers, you know, I'd be in there sitting by waiting for the phone to ring, because these guys come through sometimes twice, 3 times a year. They're purchasing something from me. So thank you guys, I really appreciate it. Now Kevin's bracelet is a 99.99% Franco. It's a 2.5 baht, and it's an 8-inch bracelet, and the link diameter is 4.9 millimeter. And also Kevin purchased a gold bar, which he may use as a pendant. And this particular gold bar is of a horse. I'll show you a close-up of that in a minute. So I just restocked many of my gold bars when the price dipped, and I have, they're all 1 baht, and I have the dragon in, and I have the tiger. So if you're interested in a pendant gold bar in 96.5% gold, and you want to wear it, I can have a bezel made for you. That's really classy, it's all handmade, and it really accents the gold bar. So it might be a good time to purchase some of these gold bars while the price of gold is at a low point. But more importantly, the exchange rate for the US dollar is more favorable now. If you've been following the US dollar index at all, the dollar is now a little bit stronger, and that really means a lot when it comes to the price of gold in Thailand. So you ought to think about this.